See, if I ever step foot in Malaysia again, my left kidney will shift.
I would hate to have to come to your country and you up over some race.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi Leah. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back. So this video is for all my black people that want to explore the world. Here is a warning from this sister.
One thing I personally refuse to do as a black woman or as a black person is go to countries that I'm not wanted. I don't need to explore the most racist parts of Italy. For what? Pictures of a building? You must be crazy. Like, there's so many beautiful countries around the world that are so welcoming to black people, where there's little to no xenophobia or racism. Take me to those spaces. Let me go shake my ass on a yacht there. Like, if that makes me a nuisance to travel with, so be it. Because I refuse to pay good money, pay for a hotel, pay for a plane ticket, pay for the experiences that are there, just to go and experience this. Are you very stupid or something? And the thing that really kills me, the thing that kills me is when people will say that, oh, you shouldn't let fear hold you back. You should go and take up space in these places, shed light in these dark areas. No, I refuse to be a pioneer, lose my life for a picture of the Colosseum. Are you crazy or something?
She's hilarious. The truth is, she's actually speaking facts. It does not make sense for you to actively go to a country where you know that black people are not welcome. Maybe like somehow you're thinking your experience will be different than other people that have said it outrightly, like, I experienced anti-black behavior and prejudices in these places, and you want to still go there and chook your head and expect a different outcome. Anyway, before I talk too much, I'm just going to be playing people's commentary and stitches to her video. A lot of people even went ahead to talk about their own experiences in countries where they were not well received as black people. Let me go right ahead and play those videos.
I don't need to explore the most...
I'm in total agreement with what that lady had to say. Listen, I am not taking myself to a place where I know that I'm going to be actively discriminated against. Hell, in the famous word of the Afrobeat artist Burna Boy, I can't come and kill myself. Oh, no, we are not doing that. Oh, we are not. You think I'm going to carry my behind and my hard-earned money to pump into a place that not actively discriminates against people like me, against this beautiful skin color? You must be dizzy. No. Listen, I don't have that energy. I don't want that kind of stress. I'm trying to enjoy myself on holiday. No picture is worth it. No location is worth it. No kind of food is worth it. No. Nothing is worth the stress of knowing that I'm going to be discriminated against because of my skin color. Miss me with that.
is go to countries that I'm not wanted.
Agreed. Let me tell you about the most racist trip I ever took. At the time, I was living in France. All of my coworkers were telling me how great this place was going to be, how I needed to go, how I needed to make sure I booked a trip here. So it never dawned on me that none of these people giving me the advice looked like me. It just never crossed my mind. So I booked a ticket to none other than Istanbul, Turkey, and it was literally the worst trip of my life. I've never wanted to leave a vacation before, and I've never wanted to leave a vacation since. But I wanted to get up out of Istanbul, like, expeditiously. The looks me and my daughter were getting were crazy. It felt like the men were looking through our clothes, and we were fully dressed in the summer. The only thing exposed was our hands and our faces. Not only did I have on long sleeves, long pants, I also had a scarf draped over my body so that none of my figure showed. But when I tell you these men were looking through my clothes, it was disgusting. They refused to pick me and my daughter up from the airport, even though it was prearranged. They tried to snatch a shopping bag from my daughter. They threw rocks at my daughter. We had a man who was speaking his native tongue to a friend on the sidewalk. As we get closer, he switches to English and he says to his friend, "Why are they here?" So he wanted us to hear what he was saying. It got to the point where I refused to spend money. I stayed in my room and I did not spend further money after like the second day. We only spent money to eat. That's it. Because what you're not going to do is have me out here in your country and you treat me poorly, but I'm spending my money. No. Additionally, the looks on the public transportation. So when I travel, I like to take public transportation. I don't like private car everywhere because I like to see the town, be with the people. So we would take trams, buses, subways, etc. The looks, the vile looks these people were giving us, insane, like daggers. Also, because of whatever was going on at customs immigrations, we missed our flight back to France. We successfully boarded in Istanbul. We had a layover in Germany. We get to Germany and the security guy is like giving us like weird looks, not believing our passports were really ours. Like, are you the people in the photo? He did not believe my daughter was my daughter. I think maybe he thought I was trafficking her. I don't know. But we literally missed our connecting flight dealing with this man because he did not want to let us into Germany from Istanbul. Thankfully, I had a copy of my daughter's birth certificate on my phone, and that was the only way we got through Germany. So Istanbul missed me. I felt so unsafe. I will never be back.
For what?
See, that country that they are calling Malaysia, never again in my life. Back in 2016, when I was still a student, I happened to be in Asia, and two of my closest friends were in school in Malaysia. So I hadn't seen them in like 5-6 years. So I was like, you know what, let me go and visit them. Popsy warned me. He said, stay one place. Don't go anywhere. Did I listen? No. I carried my hard-earned money as a student working. You know what the kind of small money you make as a student? I used my like 1.5 year savings. I went to Malaysia. I get to Kuala Lumpur, no problems. Me and my friends were having the best time of our lives for like 3-4 days. So we decided, let's go island hopping in Sabah, which is also in Malaysia, by the way. So we clamp another aeroplane and go to Sabah. Mind you, my two friends are Ugandan and Indian, so one of them is black. We get to Sabah. By the way, in the plane, people were staring at us like the black people. They had never seen black people in their lives. That should have been our first clue. Anyway, we get to Sabah. We go through immigration, which I don't understand why, because it's a domestic flight, but we go through immigration. My Ugandan friend and I hand over our passports to the immigration officers. Then they take the both of us, only the two of us, only two black people in the line. They take us into a separate room. So we are there alone. And then after a while, they come back in. They hand my friend's passport back to her, but they're like, for me, I'm not allowed to enter Sabah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't understand why. He said, and I quote, we do not allow your kind here. I was like, okay, I don't want any problems. I'll go back to Kuala Lumpur. No big deal. They now asked me to come and pay for my own deportation. I was like, you guys, you are not serious. I'm a student. We bought these tickets like 8 months ago. They were dirt cheap. I don't have money to pay for another ticket to go back. He was like, okay, you know what? We'll pay for you to go back. As if he was doing me a favor. Then when the time came for me to leave, I was given a police escort back onto the plane and sent back to Kuala Lumpur. My friends couldn't afford to come back with me, so I was left alone by myself in Kuala Lumpur for like 3 days. So to make the most of my time there, I decided, let me go out and see the city. Big mistake. When I would try and go out, taxi cabs would refuse to stop for me in the street because I was a black person. I would go to restaurants and wait staff would not take my order because they didn't want to talk to a black person. Listen, when I was finally leaving that country, on the queue to get onto the plane, 5 security agents in riot gear surrounded me, started asking me questions. Where are you coming from? Where are you going? They took my passport off me. They were flashing it with different lights to see whether my passport was fake. See, if I ever step foot in Malaysia again, my left kidney will shift.
Yeah, so I had the worst racist experience in Italy. So I landed in Italy. I went to see some friends. I had a 2 weeks holiday for the first time ever. And I was so excited to go to Italy because it's known to be a very beautiful place. I landed the first day in Italy. I was on my own. My friends were supposed to follow me the next day. I had a hotel already booked and everything. At the airport, as we are exiting, out of everybody, there was so many people, out of everybody that was exiting with their luggages, I was the only black person at that particular time there. I was the only person that was approached by the police. And they came, stopped me, had to search me because they didn't trust me. They had to search me. I was so upset and I was like, out of these people, why only me? They kept saying, oh yeah, it's procedure. Oh, it's procedure. They searched me, delayed me. It was horrible. It took so long. I just had to be quiet, and then I carried on later on. Eventually, they let me go. I get to the hotel. The hotel was fine. I go upstairs. I drop my luggage. It was maybe 6 or 7 in the evening, and I was like, okay, I'm in a city center. I'm going to go have something to eat at the restaurant somewhere there. I walked downstairs. I just literally exited the door,
And as I walked out, I saw a bike. There was a bike that was passing me, two guys on it, riding past me. They slowed down. They start yelling and screaming and saying the worst racist remarks against me like crazy. It was in Italian, but I speak French, so I could pick up some things. They called me prostitutes and many other just horrible things. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep quiet and let it go. And I thought they left. They carried on. But I realized when they got to the corner, just like a few seconds ahead of me, they turned around and came back with speed. And they came trying to attack me. So I turned around and I ran back into the hotel. And I hid there. I couldn't go out the whole night to eat. I waited until my friends came the next day. That was my first experience in Italy, first day.
Pay for the experiences that are there.
I was just recently in the Maldives, Thailand, and Turkey, and I will never go back to Turkey, specifically Istanbul. And I know somebody's probably watching this like, good, we don't want you here, which fine, don't worry, you don't ever got to worry about me again in Istanbul. I consider myself to be a well-traveled person. I've been to every continent except Australia and South America. And out of all the countries that I have traveled to, I have never felt so unwelcome, so uncomfortable, and honestly as unsafe as I did than when I was in Istanbul. If someone was barking at me on the street, someone was scowling at me. And when I say scowling, it's just staring, sneering, not feeling ever welcome, like anyone wanted me there, like I belonged there. And for reference, I wasn't traveling solo. I had my husband there who was with me, who is white, and he did not perceive any of this. He did not feel the same way I did. And it's funny because in that video, what she said that made me laugh was, you know, I pay good money to experience racism. That's what I was thinking of a lot of the time that I was there. I was like, I took time off. I took PTO off. I used my days, my PTO days. I spent my money here. And this is what I'm experiencing. I'm a visitor in your country and this is how I'm received. Like, what? And it's funny because at the end of the trip, when I got there, I was like, oh, I want to buy so many things. I want to spend. Your girl was ready to spend. But at the end, I was so drained and just so tired that I left and was like, I'm not buying anything. I'm not spending a single lira here, period. I loved the sights that I saw. I loved the history of the country. It was absolutely amazing. I'm a big history buff, so to see these places in real life was absolutely amazing. I took from that experience what I needed to take from it. I saw what I needed to see. And as for me, I will never be back. But if you want to travel there, that's good for you.
The black person is...
This is so real. Like, people keep asking me, Harrison, why do you keep going or trying to plan trips to these Caribbean islands? Because they look like me. You know, we have different cultures, but when I was in Guyana, they had shirts that said Black history is American history. So I'm like, you right, Black history is American. I went to Trinidad. We listened to the same music. You know, it was carnival, but I heard some R&B. Guyana, the whole ride, every place I went to, they listened to 90s R&B. So why would I want to go to a place where these people will look at me like I'm dirty, like I smell? I'm like, why would I pay good money to go to these places? Like, this video is so real. Like, it makes no sense to pay for all this stuff and just to go and experience racism. And I live in America. Why would I do that?
Pay for the experiences that are there.
And sis is so precise right there. I just got my passport, bro, and I want to fill that John up with stamps. So I say every black person in the entire diaspora, we need to come up with a green book on what countries to go to and what countries not to go to and what parts of said country to go to and not to go to. We need to share. Cause I'll be damned if I put in all this work to stack my coin up to shake my ass on a yacht and the freaking captain trying to throw me overboard. Oh no, boo boo, this is not part 2. This will not be a part 2. And we're gonna need something for the people. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get hemmed up and do a life sentence. I'm just saying, sis. Just saying.
To countries that I'm not wanted.
I told my British classmate I would never go to Eastern Europe because of this. You know what he told me? Well, that's racist. You're incredibly ignorant. You need to grow up.
And then I sent him this, and we haven't talked since.
Is go to countries that I'm not wanted. I don't need to explore the most.
I've been saying this for the longest time, and a lot of people just don't seem to get it. As an African, I think our goal is to see the world. Some of us want to relocate because things are not getting better in our continent. You know, some of us are patriots and we love our country and we want to stay here, but we also want to see the world. But why would I want to go to America? After I just watched what they did to George Floyd, after what I just witnessed with Breonna Taylor's killer getting another job in another state, in another department, why would I go to a country where I know that as a black woman, as a black person, my life is at risk? I personally experience enough racism from white South Africans. I am not looking for racism anywhere else. Take me to Honolulu, take me to Hawaii, take me to countries where being black is not a myth or is not an offense or is not a shock. My friend, why would I want to go to a country where I'm meant to feel like I shouldn't be there? Spend my own money to move somewhere where I know I'm not wanted and I have to raise black boys and black kids.
As a black woman or as a black person is go to countries that I'm not wanted.
One thing I'm not going to do as a queer person is try to go to other countries where I'm not welcomed. I understand, like, one of the things that's kind of like annoying about the whole conversation of everybody moving and leaving is like, when you think about it, like, how many places can a black queer individual go where they will be safe? Everybody's like, oh, we need to leave the country. Where will I go? Where will I go? If I go anywhere, I might die. I'm already might die living here. So why am I going to spend thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to move somewhere where I might die again? EFFR.
I'm not wanted. I don't need to
I tell this to some of my friends who are interested. I mean, people that look like me, who want to go to Spain, Italy, who want to go to even Dubai, or where's this place? Germany or France. Like, you don't want to go to Spain. I'm like, what am I going to do there? I would pay flight ticket, also to get visa, to go to a place where I know I'm not wanted. Am I mad? It's funny, I've seen people complain about Seychelles, Mauritius. Just today alone, I've seen people complain about Egypt. And sadly, these are even African countries with colorism and some sort of white supremacy. But then I'll now leave Nigeria, Ghana, leave Uganda, and then go to a place where they don't want me. I'll pay money to go and visit a place where they will discriminate against me. Are they mad?
That I'm not wanted.
At the top of the list, the most racism I experienced in another country. And that was Austria. My uncle lives in Austria. And I've been spat at. I've been accused of being a prostitute. And mind you, this is all when I was under the age of 18. Pushed in the street, swore out, all kinds of things, laughed at because me and my family are black. Austria is just a terrible, terrible, terrible place for black people. Just, no. No.
It's go to countries that I'm not.
It's so funny because I was having the same rant on Twitter the other day, and I'm like, this issue of going to countries that do not necessarily like you or are literally planning to take your life gets worse when you are from a country that actually doesn't respect your own livelihood. When you're from a country that has laws that are probably against you for no good reason, or when you have lawmakers that just hate you. Imagine traveling from a country that is visibly after your life to another country that you know is also after your life in some other way. And the funniest thing is, the reason I was getting for why people still do this is because apparently in places that are racist, homophobic, misogynistic, anti-black, the school fees are cheap. Apparently the reason is because they have cheaper fees. Some of them are still also cheaper to live in. But nothing is worth knowing that you are safe. So I would rather not be doing that, okay?
To countries that I'm not wanted. I don't need to.
Guess that knocks the United States off the list. Because you already see how they do us over here. North, south, east, west, don't even matter. Let me see what Wakanda doing.
A lot of those videos were very traumatizing, embarrassing, shameful. Like, but like on a serious note though, black people need to stop going to places we know we're not accepted, places that have told us time and time again that we're not welcome. Let us keep our money and travel to where we know that we're going to be treated with respect and like every regular human being. We're not even asking to be treated specially. You guys don't have to ooh and ah at us as we're walking down your street and try to take pictures with us. Just let's be treated normally. Let's be allowed to not be embarrassed in the airports by your security people, by your immigration officials. Let's not be denied being served at restaurants. Let's not be denied entrance into specific places, you know, being called monkeys and all those things. Like, why? Why? You know, I'm trying to enter my soft girl era where I intend to be traveling countries of the world. So help me God, that will happen this year. But I've been asking myself where I want to go. I know definitely I'm going to be traveling to countries within Africa because we have so many beautiful places in Africa. But I also want to travel outside Africa, right? At this point, you guys, please let me know in the comments, where do you guys recommend I go? I want to go to countries in the Caribbean because I want to be strutting myself on the beach. You know, anywhere where people who look like me are comfortable, where I will go and I will not be looked at as something that just fell from the sky. I mean, there are countries that don't like black people, and there are countries where black people are looked at as like they're the next best thing to sliced bread. Like, I came across this video.
Being black in Thailand.
Look at the surprise and wonder in their eyes.
Thank you. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you too. Okay.
Everybody, because you're a celebrity.
Yeah. Thank you. Wow. Very nice. Yeah. 100 baht. 100 baht. 200 baht for you.
So you guys, that lady, she talked about how she walks down the street and people want to take pictures with her. They want to talk about her hair. They admire her skin. And I mean, that treatment is not bad. Although it can get uncomfortable, I'm not going to lie, but at least it's better than being treated like you're not a human being, right? Anyway, before I just keep talking and talking, you guys let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Please, I want to know, recommend for me who's just going to be disvirgining my passport very soon by the grace of God. Where do you guys recommend that black people should go? Where is it safe for black people? Where am I going to have a fun time? Especially black women, okay? You guys, please let me know in the comment section. Where have you had your worst experiences in traveling as well? Please share. Let's have a conversation. You guys just recommend, give me recommendations. I'll be in the comment section. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on notifications. That way YouTube will let you guys know whenever I have a new video up. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Go. Where is it safe for black people? Where is it going to be enjoyable? Where is it safe for black people? Where is it going to be? Jesus Christ. That's my neighbor's dog.